Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. So yes then, let's see if I say the title and thumbnail. We are back with another Premier League prediction, guys. That is right. Today we are predicting Premier League Game Week 16. That is right. So guys, in this series I go through each side, give you some details about each side and give you my prediction at the end of that conversation. So like to do a video and hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and we've got some exciting games this weekend, Game Week 16. Anyway, without further ado, let's predict. First we've got Chelsea versus Everton. This is 5th versus 7th, guys. So Chelsea drew 0-0 with Bournemouth at the weekend. They also lost 3-1 to Leeds the week before. So Chelsea's confidence right now is at an all-time low. They also lost in the Champions League this week as well. So yeah, Chelsea are on a bit of a spell now where they are losing a few games. In my opinion, it's an unsettled squad. What I've seen about Chelsea is to keep rotating the squad every single game week, and that's affecting the players, their mentality, their situation during the team. So I think Chelsea guys need to have a massive clear out in January to try and settle the team down a little bit, and that is Chelsea's big problem, you know, and that's why the results aren't going their way. So yeah, so despite losing 2 games and only drawing 1 in the last 3 games, they're up against Everton, who are on fire right now. Everton are on a 2-game win streak. They beat Forest 3-0 last week. What a fantastic result for Forest, from Everton right there. Keenan Dewsbury again is on fire, and you know what? Everton, man, are going to be a few surprises this year for Everton. They sit in 7th place right now, competing for a top 4, even top 4, top 7 finish for Europa League or Champions League football. And the way they are playing right now, they will get that, guys, because I've watched them recently and they are playing some good stuff. Okay, so just on that, guys, I've got Everton to beat Chelsea 2-0. Next we've got Liverpool versus Brighton, guys. So this is 8th versus 10th. So Liverpool, man, drew 3-0 with Leeds, went 3-1 up against Leeds to draw 3-0. There's very unsettled players at the squad right now. Mo Salah has been dropped by Slot. In my opinion, the way he came out on Slot and during a press conference and in an interview, bang out of order from a player like Mo Salah. You know, he is meant to be a leader, guys. He's meant to be a leader, and the way he acted, all because he's been dropped. You know, fair enough, guys. You know, he's still a fantastic player, but you know, obviously, you know, he has not been great the last 5, 6, even 7 weeks, and I think Slot now has took it to his own thing to drop him, and you know, and Mo Salah has not liked it, and that's why he came out at Onslaught, saying he threw him under the bus. In my opinion, a lot of obviously ex-footballers, Mark Owen, Steven Gerrard, Rooney, Carragher, all saying the same thing. You know, for them comments, he needs to be sold in January. You know, you cannot insult your own manager all because you've been dropped and, you know, not liking the situation. Okay, but yeah, that in my opinion on Mo Salah, guys. You know, I think it is time for him to move on. You know, he's 33 now, so yeah, you know, I think the time is right for him to leave. I think he's been at Liverpool far too long, and I think he needs to try and find a team now to retire. You know, to retire in a few years' time. But anyway, Liverpool sit in 10th place. It's been an awful season for Liverpool. They sit 10 points behind leaders Arsenal. That's what I've got to say. They're up against Brighton, who drew to West Ham 1-0 at the weekend. You know what? Brighton are a team where right now, just like Chelsea, they aren't in the best of forms, but they do sit 8th place, competing for a top 7 finish yet again. So I can't really complain about Brighton because I love Brighton, and again they are competing for a top finish, you know, top 10 finish, and by Brighton standards, fantastic. Okay, so just on that, guys, I've got Brighton, and the way Liverpool are right now, I've got Brighton, guys, to beat Liverpool 2-1. Next we've got Burnley versus Fulham, guys. So this for me is a relegation battle. There, that's right, I said it. I got onto Fulham in a moment. Okay, so up against Burnley, guys. Burnley have lost 5 games on the bounce, 6 games on the bounce, and they only sit on 10 points this season. Yeah, you know, it's slowly catching up to Burnley right now. You know, always start off well, and they start to lose it after a couple of games or so. And yeah, they sit on 10 points. Okay, 5 points below from getting out of the relegation zone. So Burnley need this win, okay, because obviously they're up against Fulham, who sit in 15th place and 7 points above Burnley. So Fulham, guys, lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace, which now sees them drop down to 15th place. Essentially last week I thought Fulham were higher than what they were in the table. When I looked at the table last week, I see them down to 15th place. I was a bit shocked, okay, but you know what? They'll do okay. They'll do fine with this game, because I think Burnley right now, guys, are finding it hard to score goals. So that's why I got Fulham, guys. So beat Burnley 1-0. Next we've got Arsenal versus Wolves, guys. So Arsenal lost 2-1 to their title contenders Aston Villa at the weekend. 2-1 defeat, which now only sees them sit 2 points above second and also 3 points above third. So you know what, guys, the title race is on, okay, and Arsenal, you know, Arsenal have not been great the last couple of games, okay. In their last 5 games, they have won 2, drew 2 and lost 1. So Arsenal have lost a few points in the last 5 games. You know, they've got Gabriel Jesus back. Apparently he's back fit now, and having him back fit with Gyökeres, you know, that's a pretty good strike force. And you know what, they're up against Wolves, who in my opinion, and Wolves look a defeated side already, by the way. Wolves look defeated. I watched the game against Man United last week at the weekend, and I got to say, they look defeated, okay. 2 points in the first 15 games, no wins on the board. The way they are playing right now, lack of confidence, man. Rob Edwards is, in my opinion, you know, I don't know, it's a little bit too late in my opinion, and I don't know why I went Wolves in my opinion, because obviously Middlesbrough right now are competing for a playoff place in the Championship, and I don't know, guys. In my opinion, it's a very strange move from Rob Edwards. Yes, he played for Wolves back in the day, but the way Wolves are right now, guys, honestly, Wolves look awful. And just on that alone, guys, I've got Arsenal to beat Wolves 4-0. Crystal Palace versus Man City, guys. That is like, this is 2nd versus 4th, okay. So Palace beat Fulham 2-1 to push them up to 4th place in the table, guys. That is right. Palace are 4th in the table. Fair play, man. The problem Crystal Palace face right now is the uncertainty of some players in their squad. You've got Mark Gay, who has refused a contract. You've got Mateta, who is wanted by a lot of clubs. You know, there's a few big players for Palace who are unsettled at the moment. And you know what? I don't know. We see what happens, guys. They're up against Man City, who beat Sunderland 3-0. Fantastic result considering the way Sunderland are right now. They are on fire. So 3-0 against Sunderland. Fantastic result. They sit 2 points below first, well, behind Arsenal. So you know what, guys, Man City are in that title race yet again. Phil Foden again, by the way, is on fire. Scored again. Yeah, getting him fit, guys, getting him back to his best. It's only a matter of time before that happens, because you know, nothing will stop Phil Foden, guys, because on paper, fantastic player, and you know, it's good to see him back where he is, and now hopefully get back into the England squad for the World Cup. We'll see what happens though. So just on that, guys, I've got this game to end as a very exciting draw. That's why I got this game to end as a 2-2 draw. Forest versus Spurs, guys. That is right. Forest lost 3-0 to Everton at the weekend, which now see them sit in 17th place, only 2 points above relegation zone. In my opinion, when I looked at that score, I'm like, damn, you know, Sean Dyche, I tell you all the time, guys, Sean Dyche gets the defence solid, you know, he gets the defence nice and solid for making it hard to teams to score. So, conceding 3 goals to Everton was a bit of a shock, but obviously it happens, guys. It's the Premier League. Premier League is brutal in this day and age, okay, and you know what, you know, yeah, honestly though, guys, I can't believe the season Forest are having. Sacked Nuno Santo, sit 17 players. Last season, guys, they're competing for a top 7 finish, so it's kind of crazy the downfall that Forest have had. I quite enjoy it, guys, because I'm a Leicester fan, so it's nice to see Forest struggling, but you know, compared to last season, it's a massive drop off compared to last season. Okay, they're up against Spurs, who beat Brentford 2-0, and they also won their Champions League game 3-1 at this week as well. So a bit of confidence, guys, growing in the Spurs side. Xavi Simons got his goal finally. What a player, by the way, but he has been absolutely awful for Spurs. So hopefully now this can push him on to do better things for Spurs. To get him playing to his best, guys, Spurs will have a fantastic end to the season. Well, you know, second half of the season. Anyway, guys, just on that, you know, Spurs for me are just very hit and miss. So that's why, guys, I've got Forest and Spurs to end as a 1-1 draw. Next up, we've got Sunderland versus Newcastle. This is a derby clash, guys. That is right, the first time these two played each other for many, many years. And it's going to be quite an exciting one to watch. Okay, so Sunderland lost 3-0 to Man City at the weekend. Considering, you know, guys, you know, yeah, they lost 3-0 to Man City, but the fact they sit in 9th place this season, by the way, they are competing. You know, that is the main thing, competing, and losing 3-0 is in fact one of their biggest defeats of the season. So, you know what? Yeah, they lost, but in a way, you know, they're still up there, top 10 right now. But obviously losing 3-0 before their derby game, it will have a bit of a toll on the players. They'll be against Newcastle, who beat Burnley 3-1. So, guys, honestly, this is going to be a very rough watch, okay? It's going to be some fights, there's going to be some yellow cards, maybe some even red cards, because it's the first time in years they used to play each other. It's going to be an exciting game. Newcastle on a bit of form right now. In their last 4 games, they've won 3 and drew 1. So, form-wise, Newcastle are better off than Sunderland. But, guys, honestly, this is going to be an exciting game. So, guys, I've got this game to end as a 3-3 draw. That is right, man. 3-3 draw. Scraps, yellow cards, red cards, fouls. It's going to be an exciting but tough watch. Next, we've got West Ham versus Aston Villa, guys. That's right. So, West Ham will sit in the relegation zone in 18th. 2 points above, 2 points of getting out of that relegation zone. And you know what, guys? You know, West Ham are in a bit of form. Well, kind of. In their last 5 games, they've won 1, drew 3 and lost 1. So, you know, West Ham are picking up points. That is the main thing. But, again, compared to last season, it is a massive, massive drop-off. And they still sit 18th place, which is relegation. It's going to be a hard game for West Ham, guys, because Villa right now sit in 3rd place in the table. That is right, guys. They're only 3 points below first. That is right, man. 3 points, man. Villa, they didn't score for 4 games straight before the start of the season. And the fact they are 3rd right now, Emirates is on fire, okay? And you know what? If Villa can win this game as well, they are up there with title contenders this year, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, guys, Villa do not need any introduction. They sit in 3rd place, 3 points below first. And yeah, guys, I've got this game to end the Villa win. I've got Villa to beat West Ham 3-1. Next, we've got Brentford versus Leeds, guys. So Brentford lost 2-0 to Spurs at the weekend. And in my opinion, just like Fulham, guys, I was shocked to see where Brentford are on the table, because obviously I've been watching them this season, and you know, considering they have been playing so well and winning games, they sit in 14th place, which I'm a bit shocked about, because I thought they were a little bit higher than what they are. But again, guys, Brentford have done well considering all the stuff they went through during the transfer window, pre-season, the manager loss, player loss. But yeah, they've come back, you know, and they are competing, guys. 14th place in the table, but in their last 5 games, they've won 2 and lost 3. So they're on a bit of a downfall right now. They've lost 2 games on the bounce. And Leeds, guys, are hitting a bit of form, okay? In the last 2 games, they have won 1 and drew 1, but they beat Chelsea and drew to Liverpool, guys. So that is 4 points from 2 of the top 6 squad teams in the league. So Leeds will take that into consideration. And you know, Leeds could actually shock Brentford, okay? But I've got this game, guys, to end as a draw, because I think Brentford want to come back this week and pull it right for the fans, because they are at home after all. So guys, just on that, guys, I've got this game to end as a 1-1 draw. We are down to the final game of this game week, guys. It is Man United versus Bournemouth, okay? So Man United beat Wolves 4-1. Man United moved to 6th place in the table, and I got to say, I can't believe how high Man United are this season. I didn't expect them to be top 6 this season again, because the way Man United are, they're so unpredictable right now. And 6th place, guys, you know, that's a massive, you know, big achievement for Man United, massive achievement for them, considering the last couple of years have not been great. So can Man United go on a massive run right now where they are, you know, come back to their kind of best? We'll see what happens, guys. Mason Mount is back in the squad. In my opinion, to get Mason Mount playing to his best again, they've got a fantastic player in Mason Mount. Because I looked at his age the other day, he's only 26 years old, by the way. Mason Mount, 26 years old. I can't believe how young he still is, and obviously now he's like, you know, reaching his peak, and hopefully now he can keep away from injuries, because you know what, guys, on paper Mason Mount's a fantastic player, but in the last couple of years or so, like, he has been forgotten about, but he scored a fantastic goal against Wolves. Okay, so see what happens, guys. Okay, they're up against Bournemouth, who drew to Chelsea 0-0. Okay, in the last 5 games they have lost 3 and drew 2. So Bournemouth's fantastic start to the season finally came to an end. They're sitting 13th place right now, so Bournemouth are dropping a little bit now. But overall, though, you know, considering, again, just like Brentford, guys, Bournemouth got hit the worst during transfer window. All these players leaving, and they've come back. You know, they're competing, guys. 20 points in the first 15 games. In my opinion, it's not too bad. Okay, so just on that, guys, Man United, yes, they're on 5 form, guys. Okay, right now, but Bournemouth are tough to beat. Okay, Bournemouth will be tough to beat, and the way Man United are, you know, very inconsistent. So I've got this game, guys, to end as a draw as well. I've got this game to end as a 2-2 draw. And there we go, guys. That's my Premier League Game Week 16 prediction. If you didn't agree with any of my decisions, hit that like button, man. Subscribe if you're not already. Let's start a debate in the comment section. Do you agree with any of my decisions? And anyway, guys, Game Week 16 is here. Enjoy the weekend. I'll see you guys next week for a brand new one. So see you soon. Good, and good night.